And let's start the show. Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot. Going to do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
DC, it's good to see you back. Welcome. Good to see you indeed. We're missing a light. We don't have a light. Okay, there we go. We have a light over here and a light over here. It makes everything better. We need to move the deck, and we're good. We're ready to go. DC, YouTube user, Erica, and Bartman, thank you for your donations. Andrew, Effie, Tracy, Lady, and I think that's it. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate that. Like I promised, I'm giving away the Little Wizards Tarot tonight. We're going to wait a little bit about midstream, and then we're going to throw it out there. Ask a silly question, and when you answer the silly question, then you can possibly win. Reiki, welcome. Kimona, welcome as well. What's going on, everybody? Good to see all of y'all. Okay, let's start it with Bartman. Bartman wants to know, how is my job so far? And of course, we need to use the D&D Tarot deck. If you haven't seen it, it's turning out pretty good. I mean, Bartman's putting it through its cycles, I gotta say. So I gotta ask this question to Bartman. Okay, you've seen this in action now probably 20 times. What do you think about the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot? Let me know. Julie, thank you for your donation. Kimona, Michelle, and Tammy, welcome to the stream. It is good to see you. So Bartman, you're the main user of this deck. What do you think of it so far on the stream? Do you think you're looking at accuracy, looking at kind of, where it's at, kind of where it kind of hits the mode, it gets the feeling out there, the graphic representation of stuff? I'm just kind of curious because you're the one that likes it and seems to be using it the most. So how do you see it as far as functionality? I don't think it's too bad. I think it has a lot of potential, a lot of good things in it. So I'm kind of excited about it. Okay, how's my job so far? Paige, oh my. Just getting started, literally just getting started here. Paula, welcome. I mean, it feels like that there is some stuff that we're doing. We're definitely focusing on things here and there and all of that other stuff. So yeah, it does feel like that we're moving along on what we're doing. But it still feels like we're getting started. I don't know, maybe that's because we're not exactly sure what we're doing. Maybe it's because we're not getting the guidance that we need. Maybe it's because we're literally just getting started. But the page just kind of says we're kind of examining the dragon. We're just sort of seeing how things are. We're viewing things. We're kind of where we need to be, but it feels like we're not going full steam quite yet. Full steam is coming up. Full steam is coming up by far. Kathy and Evo and Tracy, welcome. Good to see y'all. Full steam. You don't got to worry about it for long because I'm just saying that's where it is. That knight, right? It looks like a sort of a knight of pentacles here. This is something where you're going to get more comfortable. You're going to get rolling, and the train is definitely going to be moving along a little bit faster. And as with everything in life, a train, it takes a little bit to get it moving. It takes a little bit to get it sort of in motion. I think you're kind of feeling that. The 4 is interesting indeed. It feels like once you're sort of started, you really have your hand in everything. I think this is one of those jobs. This is one of those opportunities where you just have your hands in every little thing, right? You're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing a little of this, and you're doing a little of that too. It feels like you're doing it all and definitely sort of involved with it. So far, you're just getting started, definitely going to be full steam. And when you're doing that, you're going to have your hands in every little piece of the pie. And that is going to be kind of the fun part, because that's what I kind of like, right? Is when you have a little involvement in everything. You don't want to be like a factory worker where you're sitting there pasting gluing an iPad motherboard to a chip or something. I don't know. That's the worst example I've ever come up with, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right. Does the ex-wife want to talk to me? All right. We've seen this ex-wife action. That ex-wife, is this, are you the one that has the readings where the ex-wife just won't leave you alone? Is that one of the ones? I don't know. I definitely want to see what's going on with the ex-wife. All right, let's look at that. I mean, while we're looking at that, we can use the This Might Hurt Tarot, because indeed, this might hurt. If we have a little bit too much of an whoa, that is zoomed in. That is, I need to move that back. See, I edit this place all the time. I'm constantly editing this place and moving things around. This Might Hurt Tarot is right here. You know what that looks like, and you know what it feels like, and all of y'all love it because this might hurt indeed. Liz Girl, welcome. Good to see you. It just feels like it, you know. All right, let's see about the ex-wife. Oh, we got a jumper. We got the Six of Pentacles hidden behind the deck announcement. Okay, we got that. Let's see. The ex-wife want to talk to me. Oh man, maybe not. Seven of Swords, the Two of Cups. You know, I think if they do, they kind of want to use you to get back. They kind of want to use you a little bit to get back in the mode or get back. They seem to have difficulty leaving. They seem to have difficulty taking the little small hint of get the hell out of here. I mean, you know these? You know this type? I mean, all of y'all chime in. You know this type? They're just having difficulty getting the hint to get the hell out of here. The Six of Pentacles. I'm going to constantly be feeding you this, constantly be feeding you that. I'm going to do this, almost like they want money, right? Just give me money. I need this and I need that. And they need attention more than money. They need attention more than anything at this point. It feels like they're just begging for attention, just irritating y'all for attention. And yeah, they're sneaking out. They're coming back. They seem to be just doing whatever sneaky things they can to just get back into the mode, get back in there. And you know what I'm saying? That's just as always, that's never good. That is never good, but some people just constantly need that level. Two of Cups, they just want the attention and they just want to jam themselves like a doorstop. You know, when you try to shut the door and the salesperson jams his foot in there, that's the same thing. That is the same thing. By the way, just continually slam the door on their foot. I mean, you know, it works every time. That is the thing though, right? The Two of Cups, it just feels like they're just trying to jam their way in there. And, you know, that's what happens. That's what happens sometimes. So that X, man, you're going to have to get some wasp spray or something to get rid of that X. I'm just saying. All right. We got the next question is, you know, question one. Thank you, sir. Well, you're quite welcome. YouTube users got question one. I applied for a new project hiring manager, Owen. What are my chances with this one? Mike, welcome and thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let's do some dragons. We're talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Let's do some dragons right now. KD is up in the house. What's going on, KD? Diane is here too. Mike's up with the double shot. Not playing around no more. Not playing around. Mike's not even playing around anymore. Okay. Applying for this new project thing, hiring manager Owen. What are my chances with this particular escape, this particular thing? Oh, Jesus. You got a little Eight of Pentacles. You got some good. Oh, Jesus. Got the Lovers. See, I get emotional. The Lovers with an Eight of Pentacles. This is going on behind the readings. The Lovers, Eight of Pentacles, and a Ten of Cups. By far, and I mean by a mile, this is the one. This is the one. So the one that you're looking at right here, the one that you're concerned about, the one that you're scanning, the one that you're checking out. This is it. This is the soulmate opportunity that you have been looking for. You got not only the Lovers, but an Eight of Pentacles, the steadiness, the absolute sort of just the shine that's coming in, beautiful things with that, and a Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family, sort of emotionally invested, emotionally happy with it. This is the one, is what I am talking about. So YouTube user has been digging around the pile for the soulmate opportunity, and that particular one was it. Anyway, all right, YouTube users next thing. What is the chances of seeing Nelson while on the train? Because we saw Nelson on the train the other day. What's the chances of getting Nelson again on the same train? On the same train. That's what I'm saying. I think this is it. This is it. Let's see if this is going to be an opportunity. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Death. I don't see it happening. We're just going to go with a thumbs down on this. Next week, I just don't see it happening. Something's up. Just next week is not going to be there. Pretty Cancer. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, the Death card. That's it. There's a little bit of change coming, a little bit of opportunity that's going to be different, a little bit of something else, definitely something else that you should be focusing on, you should be concentrating on other than seeing Nelson. Ten of Pentacles said things are about to get rocking where you're at. And it may be that other opportunity we're talking about, but you definitely have some motion, some movement, some excitement that is pent up in here that is going to happen. Overall, I'm just going to say no. I'm just going to say your chances are going to be pretty slim indeed. A little bit of a no. A little bit of a no. Pretty Cancer says, hello, mod. Well, I'm not a mod. Am I a mod? Technically, I guess. Technically, I am. Anyway, Pretty Cancer, hello from the person doing the stuff on this channel. I don't know. Anyway, DC, hello, question below. DC, it has been a hot minute. It has been a hot minute. All right. Will I be offered the job that I just applied for? Now, DC, it sounds like you got some exciting stuff going on over there, and that's what I like. That is what I like. A good offer, a good job opportunity, good stuff happening with that. Let's get this one here. If you don't know what it is, you want to follow along, we're going to let you follow along. We're going to use the traditional manga tarot. We do have another manga tarot coming out. Well, an anime manga, whatever. We do have another anime/manga tarot coming out. And I'm pretty excited about it because I like the ones that have been cranked out so far. So I'm kind of hyped. I'm kind of hyped is what I'm saying. They're talking Andrew, not you, T.O. I mean, maybe. Amy, and welcome. Good to see you. Amy, I sent you a tracking number. Amy, you should have it soon. So shipping to Canada wasn't too bad. It wasn't like $2.50 or $3 or whatever it was for most people, but it was only like $10 or something. So it wasn't too bad. Lich Girl, welcome. Good to see you. All right. Well, I get this job offer. I applied for it. You got a 6, you got a 3, 7, and a 7. I think so. You're looking for a yes or no answer. Pretty simple. We're going with a thumbs up on this one. I like it. 6 of Wands is all about riding into something new, getting into something, moving into it, getting into the next phase, getting into the excitement. And the 6 of Wands, the Lord of Victory, does talk about the victorious nature of you getting in there and making it happen. The 3 of Cups, not only the celebration, but also the connection with the job, the people there, getting all the new sort of sort of getting your name out there, getting all the people, getting all the social connections and whatnot. I think networking is always a good card with the 3 of Cups. It does say this has a bunch of networking opportunities within it, which is kind of important because you really don't want to ignore that part because a lot of people are just like, yeah, am I getting this? Am I getting that? Reality is if you make some strong networking contacts, then that is going to be something that works for you in the long run. 7 of Swords shows you packing up your stuff and heading in there, along with the 7 of Cups. Now, this kind of says that there are some levels of complexity within this job that you're not ready for, or some complexities of things in here that you're like, oh, so you're going to have to learn pretty quickly. You're going to have to pick up a lot of different skills, and it's going to be pretty good indeed. A lot of action, a lot of adventure with it, right? 7 of Cups says, yeah, there's a lot of good things here. The 7 of Cups is also an advancement card. Can I be advanced? Can I be promoted? Promotions, 7 of Cups goes together, right? Because you have a lot of opportunities, a lot of good things within there, sort of hanging there and waiting for you to reach out and grab them. It's also quite a bit of variety of things too, which is also good, like we had just did as well. Anyway, use a Gustave Dore for the husband's reading. He got the 4 of Swords and there's a dead bird. He goes to work and boss asks him to move a dead crow. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time my boss asked me to move a dead crow. All right, Julie is next. Julie, welcome back. Good to see you again, as always. Julie wants to know, what is on M's mind regarding me today? We haven't talked since Monday. Hopefully we can catch up. Hopefully we can catch up because that's what you do need, right? We got a little bit of action, a little bit of adventure in there. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what kind of action we can have by using, I think, a good little love deck up in here, which is this one here. Modern Love Tarot. You knew it was coming out. You knew it was going to be thrown out there because this is an exciting deck indeed, and I like it. I love it. This is one of the ones that made me go out and buy some buy some oil pastels, because oil pastels, I didn't know you could do this. I thought oil pastel, because you go on YouTube. Okay, let me rant for a minute. You go on YouTube for oil pastels. It is the most non-detailed, very sort of hazy, very sort of ethereal art I've ever seen. I'm not thrilled about it. I just have never been thrilled about it. The people that have the most oil pastels on YouTube, they don't produce anything that I like. You know, it's like really sort of a kind of thing. But then you get this one, and they did such a bang out job. It's just absolutely amazing. And I got excited. I went out and picked up oil pastel, or at least I think that was maybe a gift from Christina. I don't know. Anyway, the Empress, geez, and the heart. Everybody needs a little time away, or so they say, from each other. See, I just made that up, Julie. The Empress, right? The Empress. Things are rocking. Things are going strong. The Empress is such a good card. Things are going strong. Things are rocking. Things are making it happen. And that's where you kind of need to be. So the Empress is such a good, it means I'm in a comfortable situation, because you look at the Empress card. They're sitting on cushions, right? You look at the Emperor. He's on like a hard stone throne. Ain't nobody got time for that. Amy, thank you for your donation. But yeah, the Empress is so comfy, so nice. It's just that level of confidence that you have within the connection. The Hermit card says, yeah, we're going to have a little time away. That's okay, right? That's okay. They're not thinking of you right now. They got their own thing going. They're pushing across into the next thing. They're getting the next initiative going. They're getting their next thing happening. The Hermit just kind of says, hey, I'm doing my own thing. It's time for my own thing. That's the big option here. And I think that happens a lot, right? I love spending time with my girlfriend and whatnot, but occasionally I just want to paint, or I just want to do some projects, or I just want to write some code or something like that. So, I mean, I think that's the deal there, right? The Hermit, a little bit of time away, not a problem at all. The Moon says that we are indeed still connected. And that's the biggest part here. Still connected. We're doing good. We're having a good time. The Moon says we're on a journey together, and that emotional contact is very powerful indeed. Overall, the Three of Cups says, I mean, wear some tassels. No, the Three of Cups says there's a celebration, there's a connection, there's all sorts of things happening. So when we get together, it's really sort of excited, and there's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of things happening, and there's a lot of good things, right? And then we have a break. So I think that's what you want. You don't want to be together like all the time. The energy's low and what have you. But, you know, you'd rather be together for short periods of time and have high energy, high emotional output and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So you keep looking forward to the next opportunity or the next kind of energy burst that we get going on. So let's go to the Three of Cups right? When we're together, it's very powerful. It's very thick. It's very exciting. But when we're not together, then, you know, we sort of look forward to that next thing. So that's the thing, right? So, yeah, you're apart a little too much. Everybody's moving here, moving there. Everybody's excited, getting their own thing going on, making it all happen. So you got to kind of, you know, deal with it as it comes kind of deal. And that's just my opinion, though. Mike is coming in with a couple of nice donations over here. Mike, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We got a next 2 weeks. And then we got moving out. Oh, my. Mike's making a big move over here. If we're making a big move, we need some teddy bears. I mean, you know, did I use teddy bears yesterday? I end up using teddy bears every day. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. I think I have a disorder. I have a teddy bear disorder. All right. That's just what I have. I have a teddy bear disorder. I see teddy bears and I say, look, we're using all the old decks tonight, right? And I'll say, we're using the old decks. I'm not going to use any new decks. And then I grab the teddy bears anyway, because I have a disorder. That's my problem. So I have a teddy bear disorder. I don't know if that's a thing, but I mean, it could be. Jill, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Mike wants to know next 2 weeks, what is going to happen with that. Man, next 2 weeks is going really, 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 really fast. Man, somebody's abandoning your ass. I mean, somebody is just literally just abandoning you. Jill, thank you for your donation. They're just giving up. They're just leaving. They got to go. They just got to go. The Fool. It feels like it's going to go very, very quickly indeed. It feels like I need to do this. I need to do that. Have a lot of action, have a lot of sort of an outward energy. In other words, I need to push this out. I need to do this over here. I need to do that over here. So you just have kind of this just outward energy kind of thing, right? I think that sort of leads to somebody giving up, or either you giving up or somebody else giving up as it goes. So there is a level of sort of, screw it, I'm out of here kind of feel with that. You got a little bit of that 8 next to the Fool. I'm journeying away, and that's going to cause somebody else to leave or a little abandon or something like that. So I think that's kind of the thing, right? Hermit says that's perfectly okay, though, because you're good on your own. Whatever the situation is, this is something where you do have to take a lot of action on your own. That's the way it is. Do you have to take a lot of action on your own? Sometimes you just have to do that because you rely on other people. Maybe they're doing this, they're doing that. Ultimately, you kind of have to go in by yourself and make some big decisions by yourself as well. So that's kind of where you're at, right? Ultimately, I think things work out for the best. Julie, thank you for your other donation. But yeah, ultimately, things work out for the best. I really wouldn't worry about it because I think this is going to send you in a little bit of a panic mode. So, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of a panic mode. You're just like, oh man, why are they leaving, or why do I need to leave, or something like that. And again, the Hermit with a 10, you just don't have to worry about it too much. I think everything is going to be all right. Just a matter of dealing with it as it comes and sort of, making do with whatever you have. What happens if I move out right now? Is this a good idea? See, we just got a lot of cards for moving out. So I think that would be kind of interesting. It'd be kind of interesting. We just had some cards for moving out. Maybe this is your opportune time. Let's see what is going on with that. King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles. Be aware you ain't ready. You're just not ready. And I think that's your situation. It really does. I think that's your situation. No matter how much prep, no matter how much focus, no matter how much concentration, no matter how much kind of saving up we do or planning that we do, we're never quite ready. It feels like we're stuck here. We're not making the progress that we need. We're not moving in the direction that we need to go. Moving out just feels like we're just stuck. Candace, thank you for your donation. But yeah, that King of Wands, it just says there is a level of planning here that you need to do. Be prepared to move out. If you don't, you're just going to just get hit with a couple of things you don't want to have happen. Page of Pentacles says, just don't be unprepared for this. Planning is going to be good. Moving is going to be good. Moving out is going to be good. Ace of Pentacles, I do think you should move out. Now, should you move out now? Again, that depends on your level of preparation. How much planning have you done? How much preparedness have you built up? Because if you don't have any, you're going to have some difficulties indeed here. You really are. So, just kind of deal with it as it goes. But yeah, there you go. All right. So there is the answer to your question. Okay, YouTube user is back. Question 3. Rest of June in romance and career. Not just romance, but romance and career. Wow, let's see that. We're going to do a double shot with that. We're going to get a better deck for this. We're going to do the Mons Tarot because that's what we do. We pick cards. We pick cards and we put them on the table. That's what we do here. In case you wonder. In case you're new, in case you're watching like, wait a minute, I thought he was going to give out a free deck of cards today. I am, but just not right now. All right, tonight is water night. You got to stay hydrated, my friends. If you're reading tarot, hydration is your prime thing. I don't know why we got a gazillion cards. Rest of the month of June, Clumsy, welcome back. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Justice card. Okay, June is about 2 more weeks. And during that 2 weeks, you really got to get level set. In other words, you need to find a place where you're not just in panic mode. Because I think you've been in panic mode. Nelson has sent you into panic mode. A has sent you into panic mode. You're looking for this new person. You're like, when they coming? What's going on? What is happening with all of this? By the way, the Mons is tarot, in case you're wondering. But yeah, it's time. Justice, it's time to balance things out. I think that's where you're kind of shooting for. You want to have a regular, steady thing. You want to have less stress, less anxiety. You don't want to be worried about the future. This is a time to settle in, find your destinations, and definitely definitely make it happen, right? Because you are sort of a little too mobile with this job, a little too much, I guess, anxiety with this. The new stuff is coming. The new stuff with career, you see it coming. You know it's coming. You're getting reads all the time. Your soulmate opportunity is there, packing the resume with good stuff, getting new opportunities, getting a new job, the judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. It's coming. You got new love coming in. We talked about new love coming in before. A judgment card said that is here as well. So this is a time to just relax, to prepare, to sort of get stable, get steady, get balanced, because the new stuff is coming. It's going to come all at once. But yeah, the Ten of Pentacles is ultimately you're going to be in a good space with romance, a good space with career. Ten of Pentacles with career, beautiful card. Ten of Pentacles with romance, beautiful card. You're going to get there. It's a matter of being prepared, sort of being balanced out. Don't let things stress you out. Get settled and let things come as they are. Because judgment says they're all going to sort of just slam into you all at once. Just one after the next is what I'm talking about. Amy wants to know something. Let's see what Amy wants to know. I can't wait for the deck to arrive. You're quite welcome. Teddy bear is so cute indeed. Will there be a reconciliation between a Scorpio and a Gemini? Jesus, what a combo that is. A Scorpio and a Gemini. Oh my. That is going to be interesting indeed. That is going to be straight up interesting indeed. Okay. I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right. We got to figure out. We got to figure out what's going on here. Because Amy knows. Amy knows right now. Amy's like, look, Scorpio, Gemini, that's a wild combo indeed. The Fool's upside down, but the 8 ain't. Okay. Will there be a reconciliation? You're going to meet each other again. You're going to have another opportunity, but will you reconcile? Will you put a big Band-Aid on it? No, I don't think there's any Band-Aid that's going to happen here. I think we're going to get together. I think maybe we'll have another fling, a new fling. I just don't see anything substantial coming out of this. I just see sort of a little bit of a dead end in here. I'm sorry. I see a little bit of a dead end over here. But yeah, I think you're going to meet again. The 8 of Wands is definitely sort of a movement card, a big sort of, making it happen kind of card and stuff like that. Anyway, at least that's what I think. That's my opinion. That is my 2 cents on that. All right, let's see what is next. We got Jill wants to know something. Jill wants to know. Hi, T.O. Hello. Will I get any of my security deposit back? I had to go. You had a security deposit. You had to leave. You had to abandon it. You had to exit. Stage left. Stage left. Oh, man. But I get any of this crap back. Oh, man. All right. Power of the P. I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Man, this is something you're going to be waiting a long time for an answer. And then they're going to come back and say you get some of it back. Yes. Do you get all of it? No. Do you get all of it? No. You get some of it. You get $1.50 back. You get a little bit of it back. And I think that's the good thing. That's the good sort of opportunity here. I want a little of it back, but getting the whole thing, no, you're not going to get the whole suitcase worth of money here. The 3 says you're going to be waiting, looking, scanning, waiting again. They're going to give you the runaround, and finally they're going to give you a little bit of $1.50 back. But yes, you will get a little piece of the pie back. A little piece of the pie is coming back to you indeed. All right, it is time, my friends. It is time. I said we're going to wait a little bit to about midstream. So I guess, is this midstream? Maybe it is. We're going into subscribers only mode, and we are going to give away the Little Wizards Tarot. A lot of y'all have been wanting this, so this is your opportunity. There are no rules. If you have won a deck before, you can win this again. You can guess. All right. Tori Franco, thank you for your donation. Little Wizards Tarot, this is the prototype deck. This is not the good one. This is the prototype deck that I've used on the stream. I'm going to mail it to you free. The question tonight is, the trivia tonight is, how many decks of tarot cards do I have in this room? I need an exact number. How many decks of tarot cards do I have in this room? All right. I'll give you a hint. Well, no, I can't show. So you see the tarot tower. There's some. Here's some. There's more over here. There's more over here. There's more behind me. So how many decks of tarot cards do I have in this room? And while we wait for the proper answer, let's go to Julie is next. Power of the P, I thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. I plan on reaching out to him tomorrow or Friday. If we still haven't talked by then, how would that go? Or should I be waiting for him to reach out? That is a good question, because there is that kind of thing of, we want to keep in touch. We want to find out, that they're good. We want to sort of do that, but we don't want to sort of be hovering over them the whole time. So that's kind of the tricky kind of situation between here and there and trying to figure it all out. I think for this one, we are going to the Tarot Tower. And we are going to get the Light Seers Tarot, because I really do like the Light Seers Tarot. I think this has a lot of good stuff to it. So let's go over here for that. All right, the Light Seers Tarot, by the way, in case you wonder what this is, most of y'all know what this is. Most of y'all are pretty familiar with this, I gotta say. Most of y'all are pretty familiar with it. So let's see. Let's look at the answers real quick before we dedicate ourselves to this and see. No, 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 and no, and no. Let's see. That is really close. Actually, that is correct. Who did that? Aquarius Owl. Aquarius Owl wins with 155. Welcome, Aquarius Owl, and thank you for guessing. And you have won. Aquarius Owl has won. Email me down there. No, email me down there. That sounds dirty. Email me a link to my email in there. And Aquarius Owl has won the internets. Congratulations on your new Little Wizards Tarot. It is really nice. I've used it a lot, so it has a lot of good energy. And, it smells like this room, which smells like tarot cards. It smells like paper. So I'm a non-smoker, by the way, in case you ever win anything and you're like, is that going to smell like smoke? No, I've never smoked in my life. I've never smoked in my life because my dad had issues with smoking. So I'm not against it. I just realized that I have some sort of a genetic predisposition to that wrecking my life. So I'm not going to try it. I witnessed what happened and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, Aquarius Owl, congratulations once more. Email me your address. And again, email address is down there. Okay. We're going with the Five of Swords in here. You got the Lovers, you got the Hierophant, you got the Wheel. Man, you're getting all majors over here. Now, I said before, you got all these good readings. You got a little bit of a Lord of Defeat warming this up indeed. It almost feels like contacting them is a little bit too much. Contacting them tomorrow is a little bit too much, is a little bit something where you just want to wait maybe until Friday, maybe until sort of Saturday or something like that. Definitely the rest of the cards don't say stop contacting them or wait, but it says do it casually, right? Because you can do that, right? Like Christina be at work or something, and I'll just say 11:11 because she always likes 11:11 or 2:22 or something like that. So it's not like I'm bothering her at work. Like I'm not, hey, what are you doing? Why haven't you contacted? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like, so I'll just say something cute, right? Something cute, like 11:11. And so she'll know there's kind of an inside joke and kind of something funny or something like that. Or anyway, but just something fun, right? So the Five of Swords is you do have an opportunity of overloading it a little bit. But the good news is the Lover says you definitely want to be contacting them. So I think that's going to be good, right? Again, maybe something casual, maybe something, a funny kitty. I love sending Christine like kitty stuff. So you have like a little kitten, and there's like, it comes up and like slaps a big cat upside the head or something. Just funny, right? Then I'll put a title on it like Salem, because my cat is pure evil. My cat is pure evil. Like that cat will rip up the house. Like there's damage to the house that's going to cost me thousands of dollars from that cat. Anyway, and in the intro, I say Salem, the house destroyer. Like you think it's a joke, Salem is the house destroyer. Anyway, but yeah, the lovers, just definitely contact them. Keep in contact, right? But again, super casual, super fun kind of thing. Hierophant says sort of a dodge the seriousness, or they may be sort of busy or something like that with their own thing. So like 11, you know what I'm saying? Or something cute. I think it's going to be kind of that thing where they can just smile, they can think of you, and now you're on their mind, but you didn't sort of overwhelm them kind of thing, right? The wheel just says that they're glad to hear from you. They always like hearing from you. But yeah, just the casual mode, you know, kind of thing is perfect with that. Anyway, I think just sort of something fun, casual, little quick, yeah, maybe a meme or maybe something cute that's an inside joke between y'all. I think overall that would be fantastic, but like just overwhelming them, that Five of Swords says this could be a time where you might overwhelm them a little bit. So yeah, just, you know, you just sort of have something fun out there and just make it happen, right? Should have named cat Damien. Maybe that cat, it just destroy. I don't know why she destroys stuff, but she will destroy stuff. I don't know what's going on. Lady Vegas, it's been a hot minute. How are you doing? Good to see you as always. But yeah, we got Candace is coming up next. Candace wants to know something, but I don't know what it is until I click right here. Here we go. By the way, I'm enhancing the Super Chatter, the Super Chat app that I wrote. Here's what I'm doing. I'm getting the Super Chat app, and I basically am parsing JSON in it instead of doing hard parsing. So I'm doing string searches and string manipulation to get all of this stuff. But what I did was I went to the YouTube API and I did it the proper way. So now I'm getting the JSON. I'm doing a JSON.NET parsing. I'll make a dedicated video to all of this, but basically it's much improved. It's 3 to 4 times faster now. So what I did is I went to a stream that had like 100,000 viewers or something, and my app just went whoosh and got all of the chats immediately. Like it didn't hesitate. It had like 400 or 500 chats. All it would just pop just like that. So the speed is like 4 or 5 times faster. It's ridiculous. Fem, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. What's going on with my energy? Something coming my way tonight. Normally at night when things get weird. Well, I don't know what weird means, but I mean, if we're going to go weird, should I go to the Cthulhu or should I go? I don't think we're going to Cthulhu. I think the Poe knows. Poe understands this kind of stuff. Poe is pretty good. Poe is pretty good with this kind of thing. Anyway, Yvette, welcome to the stream. Let's see what Poe knows. The Four of Wands and death. You're looking at basically something coming my way. I really think, right? I really think there is. Death card said there's a changes afoot. There are changes happening. There are changes moving around. And when you sleep is when you're really hooked into the psychic network out there. It really feels like you are hooked into something. I got to say, you have some communication with some other place, some other time, but you are definitely hooked into something out there. So I think that is it. I think you do have changes coming your way indeed. So that is what going on with your energy with that. IL, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. All right, Clumsy Clairvoyance is next. May I have a general reading, please? Anna, thank you. You're quite welcome indeed. I don't think you want the Poe. Clumsy Clairvoyance. I think you want something better, something superior, something that's going to make a amazing reading. And that's going to be this one. That is going to be this one. This is the Elemental Wisdom. And this is from the same people that did the Dark Mansion. And it is amazing is what it is. Maybe an entity coming through the mirror. Maybe. I mean, it definitely with that 4, you know, sort of under the ground, it definitely does feel like that at night is when you really have a connection or communication with something or somebody else. That's definitely true. Clumsy Clairvoyance, reading for General. Ace of Wands into the Temperance? Jesus. Clumsy. I don't know, maybe you're clumsy. Maybe you are indeed. Maybe that's where the name comes from. Ace of Wands into Temperance says if you're going to start something, you need to know what you're doing. I think if you're going to start something, you need to know what you're doing. There's a level of expectation here that I'm going to crank it up. I'm going to start something. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to make it happen. But that temperance card says, man, you're really sort of forcing this imbalance when you do things. I think that you are kind of set in your ways, right? I think you are kind of there. I think you are kind of looking at this, trying to get this here, trying to do that. But you're kind of set in your ways. In other words, you don't really reach out. You don't really kind of, get in a situation where you're like, oh, this is kind of me. This is kind of where I want to go. You have the Ace of Wands and the Temperance. If you're going to start something, definitely understand that is something that you need to focus it on. All right. You need to focus on. You don't need to just do something that's going to balance you. Do something that's going to sort of get you in where you need to be. Wise One, thanks for your donation. Overall, the Knight of Wands says you are going to take some risks now. You are going to get in that mode where you need to take some risks. You have to do something. You feel like there's something you have to do. You feel like there's something that you missed, something that you skipped. You have to do it. And but before you do it, you definitely want to make sure it's balanced out. Make sure you're not you're stretching out of your comfort zone, but you're not too much. Because I think a lot of comfort zone level stuff is going on over there, in my opinion, with that. KD, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. KD, let me know what the mystical moments. We can do that. The Tarot of Dr. Mystical Moments. We can make that happen indeed. All right, the next one is Power of the Bay. Hi, well, hello. Could I have some insight on how my Jeep Libra feels about me? Thanks, friend. You're quite welcome. Let's see about how the Jeep Libra feels about me indeed. Be random with me. I know how Be Random with me feels about everything. They love it. Be Random with me is always in a good mood. Let's go over here. And let's get the only tarot that I have in a bag. Well, that's until, of course, we put our new little Wizards or Wonder World Tarot in their bag and stuff like that. Oh my, Lady Vegas, thank you for your very generous donation over PayPal. I greatly appreciate that. Now, this is the Victorian Romantic V4, and I have had V2, V3, and now V4 of this deck, and I love it. I really like it. So I'm kind of curious. I asked this the other day. And I want to ask it again because all of y'all are here hanging out with me. I want to ask this. What price point are you not willing to go with tarot? The reason I ask that is because Baba Studio, traditionally, their tarots are now selling for $100 each. Okay, but they're coming up with a new one. It's going to take a year for them to develop it. By the time a year passes, the inflation is going to be pretty high. The prices are going to be a little bit higher. So if prices keep going up and they charge $150 for the tarot deck, what is your limit? What is your limit to where you're like, you know what? I ain't paying that. I'm kind of curious as what everybody's limit is, right? What is your limit? Is $80 your top limit? Is it 100? Is it 150? I know it depends on the tarot deck and the producer and stuff like this, but what is your point where you just say, oh, I'm not going there? I'm just curious. What is everybody's limit right now? Anyway, insight on how the Jeep Libra feels about me. Death card. Man, they're through the Four of Cups and Death card. They're losing interest. They're losing a little bit of interest, I got to say. I mean, I'm just telling you now, the Death card with the Four of Cups, it's like we're trying to get their attention. We're thinking about them, but they're just sort of staring out into space. They're not excited about it. They're not thrilled about it. They're not going through with it. It just feels like they're losing a little bit of interest. It's sort of waning a little bit, not exactly as passionate, maybe not exactly as sort of hardcore as it used to be. The Death card is kind of the key, right? They're in for a change. They feel like that they're doing some changes. They're doing some alterations. Not everything is as stable as it used to be, and they're losing a little bit of interest. So that is where their feelings are at. Eight of Pentacles. Is this something that comes back? I really think so with the Seven of Swords, but it just feels like this is time to take a little bit of a break. This is time to take a little bit of a, time to take a little bit of a break with that. Seven of Swords into the Eight of Pentacles. I think they do come back around, but man, it's definitely sort of wandering away, drifting away at this point. At least that's what the tarot cards say. And, my interpretation, we got paid no more than 60. It wouldn't go over 100, 150, 50, I think the big thing about me is it depends. So Baba Studio is kind of like an investment, right? You'll buy it at 100 and you sit on it for 2 years and then you sell it for 200 or 300. So that's kind of a investment opportunity kind of thing. So when we're doing that, I don't mind spending a few $100s because I know I'm going to make it back. I know it's not going to go down in value. Like if I buy a mass market deck or something like that, I bought plenty of Kickstarter decks that I can't get rid of. I sell them on my Etsy for like $20 and I paid 60, right? And they sit there on Etsy for like a long time because, I can't get rid of them. Anyway, but that's kind of an interesting point. Like, how much would you pay for a single deck of cards? Man, we kind of see. All right, should I keep doing tarot readings on TikTok Live? Tori Franco, that sounds like a lot of fun. I like that as well. Now, this is something where we got to focus on this and figure out, like, what is sort of the destination? What are we doing here with this? The Emperor, damn. 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and what the hell? We got the Emperor again. We got 2 Emperor cards, both at the same time. Okay, we'll do a different card. We got the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is interesting. It's interesting that we got both the Emperor cards. I forgot to take out the other one. But that is sort of an interesting hint. It's like the tarot is letting us know. We have a double Emperor. We have a double kind of thing. This is something where you kind of take over the marketplace. I mean, you kind of take over that space, right? Because you're the kind of the person that's always there, the person that's doing that, the person that people can come to and get a read, the person that's kind of there and kind of rocking the house, right? Nikona, thank you for your donation. But I think that's it indeed. Ultimately, you need to figure out if this is going to be something that's worth your time. And if you're going to make money out of it, if you're going to get some reputation out of it. This is something that you need to figure out. Am I going to be earning money from this? What else could I be doing? But you're enjoying it. And I think that's where the 10 of Cups comes in, because that's sort of our substitute card for the second Emperor. You're enjoying it. And that's the big thing in life, right? Let's get real here. Let's get real. Because I'm gonna, somebody else saying, well, who said get out of TikTok? Effie says get out of TikTok. This is something where I like to paint, right? Am I going to make any money off painting? Probably not. Probably not. Well, I made money off this deck, but am I going to make any like real money? Probably not. But I love doing it. I love doing it. And I think that's where you're at. You're at that 10 of Cups moment. I just enjoy it. And life is about moments, right? Moments working, moments having fun here, moments going out to eat, moments having a relationship. It's all about moments and emotions. And ultimately, we're not on this earth for forever. So if you're enjoying something, 10 of Cups says, hey, keep enjoying it. But I think that Effie does make a good point in that, do you want to make some money out of this? Or is it just something like, screw it, I just want to have fun with it? If you want to make some money, obviously set yourself up for bigger expansion, bigger goals, bigger things happening with that, right? 2 of Wands. Look out into the future. You have to decide for yourself, do I want to make money? If that's the case, then you need to make a TikTok name that people remember. Then you have to need social media presence, and you can be sort of popular here, popular there. Maybe you could be on a tarot newsletter or somewhere, and all of a sudden you blow up and everybody knows about you. But ultimately, the 8 of Cups says abandon anything that you don't enjoy, because when you stop enjoying it and it becomes work, well, now you're not making any money. And ultimately, that could be something you want to replace the tarot reading with. But hey, you're having fun. We're not here forever, my friends. As long as you're having fun, as long as you're enjoying stuff, then that is sort of the key, because life is about moments with relationships, moments of working, moments with sort of having a fun time on TikTok or whatever like that. Anyway, all right, we're going to the next question, which is Power of the P wants to know advice on how to handle the Gemini currently. Oh man, that's going to be a big reading for sure. Advice on how to handle a Gemini. I don't know about that. We're going to get a little Gregory Scott tarot with this, because I think we need Gregory Scott right now. because handling the Gemini may be more than I can handle. It may be more. It may be a little bit too much. It may be more than I can handle. Okay, how are we going to handle the Gemini right now? You do have a Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Four of Cups. This is definitely something to, don't be afraid to cut bait to get out of there, okay? The big thing here, don't be afraid to cut bait and get out of there. When I mean get out of there, in other words, don't just dedicate yourself. If you're getting abused, if you're getting sort of too much hassle, you know, sort of get out, right? Seven of Swords, sneak out if you can. I don't think that's going to be something that you got to worry about, though. Overall, the Four of Cups, it says, you know, don't deal with anything you don't need to deal with. And this, I guess, comes back to life is too short. The Four of Cups, don't deal with anything you don't want to deal with. If they're presenting you with situations you don't want to deal with, you don't want to do anything with, definitely dodge that, and you don't have to be upfront with that. And Knight of Pentacles says ultimately, yeah, they'll be contacting you again. They'll be contacting you again. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of waiting, a matter of sort of, you know, whispering in the ear kind of thing with that. But anyway, that's it. Joan, welcome to the stream. Joan, how are you doing? Good to see you, of course. All right. We're going with Fem as next. What would happen if I expand my inventory and I just drop some fat cash on that inventory? That happens a lot of times. You're like, look, I got some inventory, but should I get more? How much should I dedicate to it? Because when you're selling anything, you know, you have that fine balance between how much do I have and how much can I move? And I think that's kind of the thing too. It's like if you're making a tarot deck, do you buy 500 of them? Can you sell 500? Do you make 100? Do you make 50? Like how much inventory you're going to have to sit on? I think that's a good question. Expanding your inventory, what would happen? Justice and strength. I think expanding your inventory needs to be done carefully because too much expansion, you're going to be sitting on a lot of inventory, is what I think. Justice says you're going to be sitting on a lot of inventory, and inventory sitting there always is a problem because you never know. You never know how long it's going to be sitting there, and if the sprinklers go off in the apartment or your home or whatever, all of a sudden half of it gets ruined. That's a problem with having any excess inventory. Strength card just says be careful, don't expand it a whole lot. Expand it maybe a little bit, but just don't expand it like a ton, is what I'm saying. The Justice card definitely balance it out between how much you know is going to go out and how much you can't get rid of is kind of the thing, right? The Fool. Shouldn't you do a little bit of expansion? Sure. But again, make sure that you're not sitting on a big stack of that because that's not what you want. All right, Lady Vegas is up here. Lady Vegas is on PayPal. Off to the PayPal readings we go. I did not forget about you, Lady Vegas. Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you as always. Let's see what's going on from Lady Vegas. Lady Vegas wants to know future involvement with Diffie. Okay, what is my future involvement with Diffie? Let's find out if Diffie is going to be a good thing to do. Rose, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, if I'm going to do a Diffie read, we're going to do a little bit of a dark mansion, my friend. A dark mansion makes the world go round. Y'all know you love this deck? Y'all know you love this deck? Come on. Y'all all know you love this deck. This is one of the few decks where I don't know anybody that doesn't like it. Like, this is one of the few. One of the few. Not a single person I've ever met that's not like, ooh, that's really nice. And this is a deck that had to take a long time to make. That's a long time to make this thing. But it worked out. It worked out. All right, future involvement with Diffie. Ace of Wands, Five of Cups, and a Judgment. There's a level of getting out in here. There's a level of getting out. Now, I'm not saying, no, I mean, you're on the, I don't know if you're still on. I don't think you're still. Okay, you're on the Patreon. I talk about in the private reads or the private sessions, I talk about the Five of Cups versus the Eight of Cups. What is the big difference here? The Five of Cups is non-motioning. The Five of Cups is fixed, right? It's not motioning. It is not. It's not cardinal. It is definitely fixed. And the Five of Cups says there is a level of disagreement here that kind of pushes you away a little bit. to where you don't want to deal with it. Somebody is a little too fixed. Somebody has a way that they're going where you don't want to go and whatnot. But the Five of Cups, there's a level of disappointment within that. And that's okay. That's okay. Ace of Wands says there's some involvement that you're going to have to stay in, like almost like you're still hooked into it or you're still stuck into it in some level. Ace of Wands just says, yeah, there's some involvement. I'm going to have to still do things. I'm going to have to still sort of either consult or do things with that. Knight of Pentacles says you're kind of run the place. I mean, I'm just saying, you're just kind of running the place. Or Knight of Pentacles is I have a level of command, or I have a level of pentacle involvement or stability that I'm bringing into the situation. The Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. It's almost like if you leave, they call you back, or almost like if you get something going full power, then they end up calling you back with that. At least that's what I say. That's what I say. Anyway, that is the reading, though. Hopefully that made sense. It was kind of an unusual reading, but it was specific, but not specific at the same time. I don't know. It feels like there's some abandonment, some leaving, some moving past, moving forward into something else. And, that's it. Anyway, is the Subliminals video on YouTube, does it work? Are you doing subliminal stuff on YouTube? Are you doing subliminal stuff? Subliminal, okay, does it work? That is an interesting question indeed. That's one of the ones where you really want to know. You really want to know for that. Is a subliminal thing actually working? The Lovers, oh man, the Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords. Some people, sure, why not? I mean, some people, sure. The Lovers says there is some people that do get that, or that are susceptible, or that are kind of leaning in that direction. The Lover says, hey, it matches some people. It affects some people. Three of Swords, other people, not so much. Other people that kind of see it and they're like, wait, what was that? I don't think I like that. Nikona, thank you for your donation. But yeah, that Nine of Swords. It gets into everybody's head. Does it affect everybody? No. Some people it does. Some people it doesn't. Overall, the Tower says that I'm going way out on a limb. I'm going way out on a limb here. I'm going to say that YouTube will eventually ban subliminal stuff. I'm going to say it now. YouTube will eventually ban subliminal stuff. That's a bold statement from me. I'm going to predict it. I predicted the housing crash. I predicted the Bitcoin crapper. I predicted a lot of stuff. So we're going to see if that comes true. Now remember that. Y'all put that in long-term memory. I think YouTube is going to come down on anything subliminal. I'm just saying. Just put it out there. We'll see. I mean, I may be right, I may be wrong. What I need to know right now, you need to know that it is time for your reading, my friend. Let's find out. Speaking of subliminal, I'm sure there's a lot of subliminal cool stuff over here in this Frida deck called, no, and I know it's not the Bonefire version 2. I know it's not the Bonefire version 2. But yeah, man, KD, me and you are going way on different pathways with that tower. I think they're going to ban it. All right, we're going over here. Tarot Avatada, by the way, in case you wonder what it is. Where's my book for this thing? I think it's on the floor. It's on the floor over there. All right, what I need to know right now. Seven of Pentacles. Man, there's a level of disappointment in just about everything right now. Wise one. It feels like you're disappointed with this and that and this and that. It feels like there's just a level of disappointment with a lot of different things right now. The Knight of Wands kind of sort of purveys that or puts that out in the open. It almost feels like you're not able to do a lot of stuff that you need to do. You're sort of either restricted, you're not in that mode. It feels like you've tried some things, it didn't work, and it feels like it's not really happening a lot of times. Ten of Cups, what do you need to know right now? Be happy, or at least pretend to be happy. Somebody's watching you. Wise one. Somebody is watching you. They're looking for your reaction. If you can pretend to be happy, could pretend to be content with stuff, I think that they will be happy, and I think you'll make a good move, or some moves will happen that you like ultimately. So that's way out on a limb too. I don't know. I went into channeling mode tonight. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm just saying the Ten of Cups, somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching, maybe multiple people seeing what you're going to do. But basically, they're looking for your level of contentment. You're looking for satisfaction with stuff. So I think that's interesting. That is interesting. I don't even know where that even came from. That's just, I looked at the card and that just came out of my mouth. I don't know. Maybe I'm full channeling right now. Who knows? Let's see. Wise one. And now we're doing Katie the rest of June with a tarot of Dr. Mystical Moments. Let's make it happen. The Dr. Mystical Moments tarot is right here. It's right here. Right here. We got it. This is one I'll never get rid of. I'm looking and I'm thinking about getting rid of the Dragon Tarot from Lisa Hunt. I'm thinking about getting rid of it. I don't know. I got two other Dragon Tarots I kind of like. I got the Dragon Tarot that I just got. It really made a big impression on me. And I'm kind of wondering if I'm ever going to use the Dragon Tarot from Lisa Hunt again. Probably not. Maybe I'll put it up on my Etsy and get rid of that thing. Let me look at the value of it. I don't know. Like Lisa Hunt's Fairy Tale Tarot, it was worth like $350 at some point. So the Dragon Tarot's never been worth like $10. So I don't know. We'll see. Rest of June. We only got 2 weeks. What can we do up here? By the way, Tarot of the Mystical Moments, as per KD. King of Wands. Why are they on fire from making the music? Interesting. 5 of Swords. A little bit of a broken, sort of being patched up in the meantime. And the World. But the World is interesting, like half revealed, half not revealed. We're gonna go out on limbs, but the rest of the reading is gonna be weird because I don't know what's going wrong with me. King of Wands, the music sets you on fire. It feels like that your motivation's coming. Your motivation is coming indeed. Something's happening. Something is happening. The motivation that sets you on fire, the motivation that gets that done. There's something motivating coming, and I think it gets you moving. It gets you excited. It gets you where you need to be. 5 of Swords. During this process, you do need to patch some things up. Maybe it's with other people. Maybe you need to fix some things that happen. Maybe you need to go back and address some things that are broken that need to be fixed. Maybe you have a little Humpty Dumpty situation where you do need to sort of glue things together. But the 5 of Swords does say indeed that there are some things that need to be patched up in the next 2 weeks. The World, you're going into the end of July, early August. The big summer change is coming. I'm just saying, the big summer change is coming. I really think end of July, early August, you got a big summer change coming. So that's more than 2 weeks, but whatever. But I'm just saying, because that World is like half revealed. It's almost like a clock, right? Like we need to move into the next zone. We need to move into the next kind of thing and all that other stuff. Dakona has a double shot. Before we get to that, though, let's do Rose. Rose wants to know something, but I have no idea what it is until I click on it. Let's see, Rose, what do you got going on over there? Let's see. Can I find Rose? That'd be great. Rose, here we go. Rest of June reading, please. Okay. We got a lot of rest of June reading. We got a rest of June. We got another rest of June. So everybody's interested in this 2 weeks. What's happening in this 2 weeks? Not the housing crash. I really think the housing is not going to be a crash. It's going to be more of an adjustment. I really think. Again, entertainment purposes only. I think there's an adjustment coming. I basically think the investments with houses are going to be affected, and then all of a sudden houses in themselves are going to be affected. I think there's going to be more that open up on the market, more that become available, and then as that happens, we get sort of a flooding, and then the price goes sort of down just naturally from the market being flooded. I'm just saying. That's what I'm there. That's what I am there. Bloody cupcake. That doesn't sound delicious at all. Welcome, though. Welcome. How you doing? The King of Cups is here, and you got a King of Pentacles. You got a couple of kings. I mean, this is your time to get out there and make a difference, right? This is June. The rest of June is your time to make a difference and get out there and make it happen. Because I do think that there are some things that, I don't know. I think that you can make a difference in the rest of June. I know it's only 2 weeks, Now, it feels like there's some other opportunities that you need, other opportunities that need to be there. You got a couple of kings, man. I need to take some action. I need to do something. I need to definitely get out there and make it happen, right? King of Pentacles is kind of maybe in a work situation as well. Something, there's a low-hanging fruit that you can get at work and you can make it, and all of a sudden everybody loves you and everybody wants to see, what you're going to do with this idea and kind of thing. I think there's something in that indeed with the king, but definitely a call to action within the context of these 2 weeks. It really is. What are you going to do? I think what you're going to do is definitely going to determine the rest of your summer, because hey, if we can make a difference, if we can make sort of a big movement in there and make it happen, I think that's going to be exciting indeed. Let's see. Nakona has a double shot, and then we're going to get out of here a little early. For the first time in a long time, we're getting out of here a little early. Okay, Nakona has 2 reads. Let's do them both. When can I quit working for my dad? I am absolutely miserable working for my dad. That's no good. That is no good indeed. Let's see what's going on with the dad situation. When can I stop working for dad? Get a new job, get a new opportunity. We're going to see. We're going to see a little bit of that. Oh, man. Didn't want to work. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. When can we stop working? Page of Wands and Strength. End of the year? Close to the end of the year, after June, after summer. It feels like not soon. Like not next week, not next month. It feels like not soon. But it's coming. It's coming. Page of Wands says something comes up. Somebody says something, you see something on the internet, you're browsing, you're perusing something, somebody says, a topic, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, what did you say? That Page of Wands, connection, communication, because a page is a messenger. I think you have a message coming. You do. Then it's time to ride out of this. It is time to ride out. Man, it's just so random when you figure this out. When you run into this, it's so completely random. It's like somebody just mentioned something. You're like, wait, what? Somebody mentioned something about this or that, or a friend, or you run into something while you're just browsing around, or it literally just completely random if something happens. And the Six of Wands says they get to ride out and they get another opportunity. But I think the work that we've done with the dad, I think the work that we sort of put in, sort of the, what we've been doing, it does help. It does help to have that experience or have that. And obviously you're ready to go. You have a lot of enthusiasm. You have a lot of incentive to get out of there. I think that you get out of there indeed. But I did say like the end of the year, or, not soon. Not like next week, not next 2 weeks, just not soon. But I think it is coming indeed. Just keep an ear out. If you hear something, keep an ear out and be like, wait, what did you say? Because you said something about this and that. I think that's going to be the big opportunity with that. Anyway, the last reading of the night. Any adverse health effects working at the festival? Any adverse health effects with me doing this? Obviously, entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not really a psychic either. I just throw cards on the table. So, that's the way it works. Anyway, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. But yeah, so this is entertainment purposes only, and this is not a health reading. This is not a medical reading. This is me just throwing cards on the table. Okay. Any adverse health effects with me working? The Empress. Oh, man. Something about with that legs pain. The leg pain. I just comes across leg pain. We got legs being prominent here, sort of legs being walked on here, legs being presented over here. Even though they're comfortable, even though we have that kind of thing, it's almost like you need to make sure you got good shoes or something. Or if you're doing a lot of walking, make sure you have quality shoes. You have the proper sort of protection on that. In other words, you don't want like, Walmart shoes or something like that if you're going to be doing a little walking at festival or something like that. If you're seated, you want to make sure your posture is correct and you got a lot of that good stuff as well. It just feels like something with your leg, like maybe restless leg syndrome or something's going on with that. It feels like just random pain with that. So that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen indeed. Anyway, Obviously, entertainment purposes only, though. Entertainment purposes only. But I'm just saying. But the pain, the stabbing pain almost like that. Anyway, that is the readings for tonight. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate y'all hanging out. We will see you tomorrow, and congratulations to Aquarius Owl for winning this deck of cards. I will get that out in the mail tomorrow. I do have your email with your information. Thank you so much. And welcome back, Lady Vegas. It was good to see you again as well. We will see all of y'all tomorrow.